Alright, hello and welcome back to another My Team episode. Today you join me for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a personal favourite of mine for watching and driving. So, hopefully it's going to be a good one. Otherwise I might cry. A bit like whenever I drive Monaco. Even though I won last time and there was a hassle on the podium. And yeah, I'll let you watch that one. But it was a very good race. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. Bloody hell. That was a race and a half. Anyways, setting a qualifying lap. We only managed to get one lap set because we messed up our second lap. But this one's going to put us in P3. So I'm reckoning about a P6 sort of finish. A little drift to end it off there.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Reed, Bottas, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, and George Russell. Gasly, Norris, they've taken a grid penalty. Yuki Tsunoda, and Ocon. Ricciardo, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Giovinazzi, Nobuharu Matsushita, and Lance Stroll. Aitken, Tigtum, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, so P6, pretty good position to be in here. Yeah. Oh look, I'm up on the big screen. I need to get into focus. Okay, so we're gonna go for a two-stopper, soft, medium. We're probably gonna pit about lap 4, maybe extend it to 5, because for some reason my tyres are really worn. Yeah, I only did 1 lap. Who knows? But we're not going to obviously do the soft, medium, hard, because we're pitting on the exact same laps as it's just added time, isn't it? But yeah, we'll put our fuel down to our normal level. We'll make sure that everything is A-OK to make sure we don't run out of fuel, because we did that once at our home Grand Prix, and I will never do it again, because again, like I said earlier, I will cry. But yeah, that's about it. I think we're almost ready to race. Oh, yeah, there was one more thing. I'm going to make some changes to the livery to have a bit of creativeness. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, to 5, red lights. We are underway for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I nearly said the British Grand Prix for a second there. Lewis Hamilton on our right-hand side. We go for a dive down the inside. We managed to get past him up into P5. Sergio Perez ahead. We go for a dive down into turn 2. Managed to get past. I don't really know why I put a cut in there. Yellow flag behind. Lewis Hamilton doing Hamilton things. Pushing Raikkonen into a wall. And his teammate Valtteri Bottas into a wall. Holding up the queue. Our DRS been disabled. Safety car deployed.
DRS is offline. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a
Genuinely
fix.
perfect time for a safety car, though. Anyways, going to green racing on lap 4. We are going for a dive down the inside of turn 1 behind, or in front of Leclerc. We make it past, up into P3, we're in the podium.
P3, you've moved into a podium position.
Thank you, Jeff, for stating the sodding obvious. Lap 4 then, 2 green sectors, but it's unfortunate because we will be pitting this lap. Leclerc is right on our rear, right behind us, ready to make a move, to make an overtake. But it's not going to matter because we pull in to probably one of the fastest pit entrances ever. Yellow flags, which shows a lot of people have penalties as well. But yellow flags, I'm not sure what's happening because I'm in the pit, so I can't see anything. Loads of penalties being dished out. And that's that's the Alfa Romeo George Russell.
Out of the race. Go
out of the race.
We'll be doing
pretty slow stop
today. One stop left in our strategy.
Pretty slow, 2.8 seconds. We're going to be out in P21, and we should be able to make up some positions. Especially now at the end of lap 5, a lot of people up into the pits.
DRS is now online.
Perfect time as our DRS just got fixed that lap. Leclerc will be out right ahead of us into... Oh, you blithering idiot! Into turn 2, and he's decided to cut us off, you mongoloid. Oh, we're going to have DRS on in this. We're going to go for a move around the outside into turn 3, but we have to brake a little bit earlier to not risk this Don cutting us off again, you absolute knob. Oh, this game doesn't make me mad often, but sometimes, just sometimes. Anyways, through into the castle section then. And we are... Leclerc's been an idiot. He's been stupid. Leclerc is stupid. He's hit it into the castle section wall. Safety car deployed.
There's been an incident on track.
He is out.
Officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Well, there's a safety car, so... Anyways, lap 9, re-going on the racing. We are up into P6. Most people pitted during that. Mazepin in P4.
You made it look easy.
Bloody hell. Mazepin in P5. But yeah, most people pitted in that safety car. So that's why we made it all the way up into P7. No DRS obviously because of the safety car. Mazepin in P6. Oh, we do have fun. We do have fun. On to lap 10 then to lap 11 going forward. DRS enabled.
DRS is now enabled.
Beating off best lap, as it seems that there's quite a big battle going on ahead of us between the three. Lewis Hamilton, Verstappen and Pierre Gasly up into the castle section again then. Lewis Hamilton just ahead of us. Can we make it past at some point through here? Maybe through one of these slower corners. It doesn't seem that we can. We're going to try and get a launch, but he gets the better launch. That Mercedes power has a launch to it, but it doesn't have anything to defend against DRS. With that last little smidge of DRS past him then on to lap 13 down that long straight.
Good job, nice overtake.
Up into P4. And DRS on Verstappen as well. On the end of lap 13, on to 14, we have DRS on Verstappen up past him into P2, as Gasly has also had to go into the pits as he had a set of softs on. So that has put us up into P2, losing grip a little bit there, but nothing too insane. Lap 16, 10 laps remaining. Sainz is far ahead, very far ahead indeed. Verstappen, Perez, sorry, not too far behind, neither to know. We're going for a pit stop then. Pretty good entrance, managing to keep as much of that speed as possible into the entrance. Ferrari of Sainz ahead of us, he also pitted. Most people pitting this lap. Can we get a good time? We can indeed. 2 seconds flat. Out the pit entrance. Accidentally crossing the white line. My bad. But it's fine. Lewis Hamilton out. Or we're out just behind Lewis Hamilton. He has DRS down the straight. We have the balls to go round the outside, touching our tyres there. Luckily, we're not a Red Bull and it wasn't our left rear instead of our front rear, or we would have been sent. Because it's Hamilton and he does that. Anyways, up onto lap 24, Sainz had to pit for another set of mediums. I'm assuming it was wing damage or something. Gasly ahead of us, 2 seconds ahead. We have to push, and we have pushed. Lap 26 out of 26. It's getting dark, but luckily for us, things are brightening up. Lap 26, the final push. Can we make it past? We should have DRS. We'll have ERS, but will he get DRS off this car ahead of us, the lapped car of Nikita Mazepin? I feel like he will. He has. We're going to go for a move across the line, but we can't make it.
Anyone want to go again?
1-2 though.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
I'll take a P2. That was close though. Oh my. So close to that P1 position. If it wasn't for Mazepin,
And so
he's done a
another
Schumacher at
Azerbaijan
USA.
Grand Prix, a fascinating race and a well-deserved victory.
That was
Anthony,
fun though.
Tell me, what was
That
it
was really
that helped
fun.
them achieve this success?
Well, this was a real team
Hang on,
victory.
he has an
put
Alpha
together a
Tauri
solid
helmet on the
strategy today
traitor.
that appeared well suited to the conditions
Aw.
out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
On the podium then, good to see Pierre doing well. He's had a couple of incidents in the past. The past couple of races, you know. Out at Monaco. I think he was also out in the second race. What was the second race? I don't remember. My memory's faded. Imola. Yeah. So he's got 26 points. We have 18. There's not much of a gap between us at the head now. I think we're P1 and P2 in the championship, which obviously, quick mathematics, gives us a constructors lead. Anyways, thank you for joining me for this one. I hope to see you next time for the Canadian Grand Prix.